boys, another abysmal, another embarrassing, another shocker of a day today. I want to go to Staffy first on this. Surely, and the first talking point I want to go into, and I'm going to put the talking points in the private chat, is surely Ten Hag has to be sacked after this performance.
I mean, it's okay. McTominay scoring goals for us, right? Let's run the same formation every game. You know, it worked once against Chelsea. It didn't work all the other games. So let's do it again. This was my fucking answer to everyone saying, Staffy, when are you going to give McTominay credit? Never. I will never give him credit because I don't care for the goals. I want him to play as a midfielder. Today, another game, our midfielder's wide open, on and off the ball. Him and Bruno were the reason for the first goal. I could swear he was the reason for the second goal, something like that, or maybe one of the chances missed. It's just embarrassing. The whole thing is embarrassing. 4-0 at home. I'm calling it 4-0, by the way. I'm not calling it 3-0. The fourth goal was ruled out to technicality. So if it doesn't touch his hand, which to be honest, even if it doesn't touch his hand, he still scores that. It's 4-0 for me. 4-0 to Bournemouth at home. You kept the ball, did absolutely nothing. We did nothing with the ball. You watched today, we did nothing. We only played good against Chelsea because it was a big game and it was under the lights and they felt like stepping up that day. Let's just be very honest. You look at it, that's all they did. That's all they did. They just thought the occasion was big. Let's turn up for the day. Back to Bournemouth. Oh, no tactics, no individual performances, no nothing. It's the same shit again. And to add to that, we're about to play Bayern and Liverpool. This was the game that is meant to be easy. You finish that game early. You start resting your players. You gain some momentum. And then you go and you play these big games. People want to qualify to the Champions League next round. Oh, hopefully they draw and we beat Bayern's B team so we can qualify. To do what? To get fucking to get spanked by teams in the knockout stages? We ain't even beat Bournemouth at home. Bournemouth at home, we can't beat them. And it's the same mistakes from the fucking manager again. And I'm so happy that I was on this show yesterday because I said on the Top 6 show, the tactics works against Chelsea, but it's not going to work against so many other teams. It only worked against one team. It's the same tactics we've been using it before Chelsea. Just because it worked against Chelsea didn't mean it was going to work every time. Why do we still play Scott McTominay? It's 2023 and I'm still watching Scott McTominay. I am tired of watching Scott McTominay ball. I woke up at 9 a.m. for this game. I don't want to wake up and watch Scott McTominay ball. It is annoying. It's so frustrating. I need to seek therapy because of this player. Because I can't comprehend the fact that it's 2023 and this guy is still playing for my football club. He gives us nothing. And it's the same fraudulent manager. Oh, Staffy, but you've been winning. Are you going to say Mike Ten Hag in now? Are you going to admit you were wrong? No, I wasn't wrong. You was wrong for thinking that he turned it around. If not you guys, whoever thought he did turn it around. Because it's been the same shit. It's been the same shit, different day. We play the same formation. We still have the same fragilities in the midfield, the same fragilities in the back line, the same fragilities up front. We can't score goals. This is our third or fourth loss in Old Trafford this season. If I'm remembering correctly, we are on a -3 goal difference in 16 games? It's almost 50. We're almost 50% through with the season, and we're at -3 goal difference. Our last attacker to score a goal at home was Jadon Sancho last season. The guy hasn't even been in the squad. We don't score goals. We don't control games, and we don't defend well. So what the fuck do we do well? But I got to give the manager a month. I got to give him time. Oh, I set a 3-year time limit, that I'm going to give him because he deserves it. Based on what? Why do I need 3 years to see what I'm seeing in a year and a half? It's 18 months and I don't see anything. And it's the same shit every game. So what am I giving him time for? You
Staffy,
please tell me what you see on the pitch to give him time.
Staffy, I want to jump in for a second. I agree with what you're saying. I want to answer something I said because I'm getting called out for it a lot on Twitter and I want to, and a lot in the comment section. I did, when we signed the players we signed this year, people got the screenshots of it, and that's fine. When we signed Amrabat and Mount, Højlund, who else we signed? Onana. I really did believe we'd enter the title race this year. I didn't think we'd win the league, but I believe we'd close that gap on the people on top. So I keep getting asked this question, why have you changed your mind? And whenever I bring this up, anyone who backs Ten Hag goes silent. I changed my mind the second I heard him say that he is not trying to play anything like what we saw at Ajax. As soon as I heard that, my mindset towards these signings changed because we know he's been targeting players that he's either had before or tried to sign before. Would you say that's a fair way to break down these signings? He's either had them before or he's tried to sign them before. So that tells me you're trying to play how you played in the past. So I believed we would progress with that. I believed we'd move forward. The reason why my mind has changed, and people say, Terry, you got it wrong. Well, of course I got it wrong because this manager led me down the garden path. If it is said on day one, I'm not going to try and play football like at Ajax, I'm going to try and play do what Man United have been doing in the last 4 or 5 years, I would never have had the confidence in this man to turn things round. That there, for me, is why I don't understand why Man United fans are backing him. It isn't about the whole, we've got to break the cycle. How are we going to break the cycle? Trying to play a style of football that for the last 4 or 5 years has failed us, and we're not even signing the right players to play that style of football. The whole thing's, for me, it's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I stand by what I tweeted in the summer, but I didn't know then what I know now. So Staffy, I agree with you 100%.
Can we stop misquoting it though, Terry? I'm sorry, but you misquoted it. He didn't say I will not. He said I can't. The exact no, hold on. But that's a misquote. No, I'm gonna
misquote. It's not a misquote. No, Cam. Sorry, bro. Okay, no. Yeah, he says I can't. Of course he can. Of course he can. Of course he can try and play that way. I don't care what those are different. Bro, we are not in a court of law where I'm trying to prove guilt here, and we have to get everything specifically word for word right. We know exactly. No, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter, Cam. Bro, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. He says he can't. He says they're a different club with different players. Man United play things a different way. What he's saying is, I am never going to do that.
So this is where we can disagree.
Of course that's what he's saying. Do you know why I know that? Do you know why I know it for a fact, Cam? How if he was trying to play more like Ajax, how in God's great name do other clubs with managers that play good football, like Brighton, like Spurs right now, how comes in a few weeks they can pass the ball better than we can after 18 months if he's trying to implement that style?
Okay, cool. So can I rebuttal? Because there's a few things you said, and I'm going to rebuttal. You don't. There's times where it happens, and you're going to get a challenge here. Listen, he said I can't because I don't have the players. You said he's brought in a bunch of players so he could play like Ajax. But let's keep one thing a buck. The players he really tried to get, he didn't fucking get. Frankie de Jong was the main player he tried to get for how long that he chased he wasn't able to get. Let me land. He tried to get that player. You're saying he tried to sign these players before Mount? Did he ever try and sign Mount? I don't think so.
He did. He tried to sign Mount early in his career.
When he played for Vitesse 4 years ago. 4 years later, he still wanted to sign him. How did you progress 4 years as the manager and go for his target again?
But Frankie de Jong is not a player that he could get. He kept trying to sign those profiles of players. He couldn't get them. At the end of the day, you said it. We wanted Kane. We couldn't get him, right? Kim Min-jong. We wanted him, right? We knew that. You knew that. I can pull up the streams. We couldn't get him. So when you're saying I can't because I don't have the players, I think when you have, especially as a language barrier like him, I think he's basically saying, like, what do you want me? I'm not getting the players I want, so I have to change how I'm going to play.
He said, I'm going to play the United way. He said, I want to play transition. I want to play the United way.
What the fuck is the United way? He's got to say something.
Hire you to play the United way. I hired you to play your way. Every manager comes in and implements
the players I need to play.
No, hold on, Cam. Cam, you don't need Kim Min-jae, De Jong, and Kane to beat Bournemouth at home. Let's cut the bullshit out, bro. You don't need 3 world-class players to not lose 3-0 at home.
No, but that's not what he said. I'm not talking about this game. I'm talking about the point he made about why he's not with Ten Hag. I'm not talking about this game. I was rebutting.
He said he's here to play the United way, transition football. He said that. He said United have been playing like that their whole history.
Don't bring in, well, you need these players to
Cam, what I'll say to you is this. I understand where you're coming from. I do. However, we don't. No, I do. I get that he hasn't got all the players that he wants.
No, I don't.
Then I hear you, Dizzy. But then from my point of view, then you go for players of a similar profile. If you turn around and can't get De Jong, and then you go for Casemiro, that's still on the manager. For me, I understand where you're coming from, and I would like, but we can still play better football than this. We should not be seeing Bournemouths, Sheffield United's playing better football than us. He is either not good enough at coaching or he's trying to implement the difference. And he's 3 times in 3 different interviews spoke about how he is not trying to play how he did at Ajax. And for me, I expected far more of that style of football in terms of how we pass the ball, how quickly we attack. We still move the ball so slowly. Our shape is awful. The triangles are bad. He has not implemented anything which I felt he was famed for. And then when he says, I'm not trying to do that, for me, it's get the hell out of here then, because that's why I wanted you. It's crazy to me that Cam, generally, I love you, bro, but I cannot believe you are defending a manager.
I'm not defending. Hold on. I wasn't defending the manager. I was defending the point you made. I was rebuking what you said.
What's wrong with my point?
So at the end of the day, when I say the only reason I'm not a Ten Hag out is because we've been saying for years that our structure is messed up. Everything else is messed up, right? We don't have the footballing minds in place. Our recruitment's all messed up. So why are we firing this manager before the person who's come in needs to make those decisions? Just let it ride out. There's no point.
Bro, he had full say on his signings. I am not allowing this bullshit. He didn't get all his signings.
Did he not win things last year?
Won a Carabao Cup. We won fucking yay. We won an EFL Cup. I achieved all my dreams. Let me put this one on the wall as well because we won an EFL Cup. Yo, can someone send me a picture of Bruno lifting the EFL Cup so I can put it on my wall and celebrate it? Bro, what are you even talking about, bro? The guy came in, bro. He said, I want full say on signings. Anyone who comes in, I have to give the yes. Did he get all his players? No, I've always said that. But every player that came in, he wanted. If you are putting every player that you bought and all the players, just hold on.
You clearly don't believe it. You're an idiot if you believe that. You're dumb if you believe that. Sorry, I'm going to say it right now. If you're going to come at me like that, I'm going to come at you. If you actually believe that every player we sign with this structure we have, all these managers wanted, you're an idiot.
First of all, don't call me names because I didn't call you names. That's number one. Number two, he said he wants full say on signings. Everyone that came into this club, bro, just let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Yes, I'll believe that, and I'm not going to sit here and speculate to justify why I'm Ten Hag out. Because listen, if anyone looks like an idiot, he's the only one who's backing Ten Hag. I'll tell you that. No one is looking at me right now saying I'm an idiot. The guy thinking Ten Hag could still turn around and he deserves to be in the job. That's more likely of an idiot than me. This guy got players that he approved. Hold on, bro. Hold on. No managers before this got full say on who goes in, who goes out. Okay? He got players that he wanted. He didn't get anything against his will. He didn't get a Fred like Jose Mourinho a few years ago when he wanted someone else and he got a Fred. He didn't get a fucking Fellaini when they wanted Tony Kroos or whatever in Moyes era, okay? This guy's the first guy to come in and say, I'm not taking the job unless I get full say on the signings. He gets players that he wanted. He wanted Eriksson. Oh, he played in Ajax. I want him. Got him. Oh, I want Lissandro. He was my player in Ajax. Got him. Oh, I want Anthony, 90 million, 80 million, whatever the fuck it was. Oh, I'll give him to you. Oh, I wanted Mount 4 years ago when he was on loan in the Dutch league. We'll get him. Every play. Oh, I could have get De Jong. Let's get Casemiro. Okay, I'll get Casemiro. Get Casemiro. The guy has gotten so many fucking different players, and all of them look shit. The players that he kept in the team looked shit. The players that he wanted to sell, he's starting today. Why is McTominay starting when he wanted to sell him on the last day of the fucking of the summer? He wanted to sell him, and then he kept him, and he's playing him every game. He's the first name on the team sheet. He has players sitting on the bench that are better than him. He has players that he signed that are looking like shit. Mount, before he got injured, he was sitting on the bench. Rashford, who he gave a contract, started looking like shit, and finally started playing Anthony, who, by the way, he signed and was looking like shit. Amrabat only started playing because Manu's injured, and he just came back from an injury, and he was looking like shit. He puts him in the midfield, struggles again. Every single player in this team looks like shit, and you don't want to blame him. How do you not blame a manager when all the players look bad? There's not a single player that looks good.
Managers have full control. I just can't. I can't.
Bro, it doesn't. You're trying to hang on to anything to justify why this man could be in the job. The guy's fit, and you don't want to admit it. You just don't want to admit that he's shit because you have some weird sentiment to a fucking paid employee in this team that's arguably one of the worst managers we've had. The guy got sold 400 million, and we're getting pumped by Bournemouth at home, and you're trying to justify that. But I'm the fucking idiot. I'll let the fucking chat tell me who's the fucking idiot right here.
Can we keep the swearing down a little bit?